Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I post a video about once a week about the progress in the game. Later on, I might post more progress as I make more revenue. It'll be easier to make substantial progress faster so I can post more videos. So if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe. There's more videos coming. Okay, so just to give it an update, so from what we had last time to the progress I made since the last video. So I made a progress on the Eiffel Tower. So as you can tell, it's a little bit higher right here, the extra top, I guess. And then when you go to the actual Eiffel Tower, this I can tell you if you haven't started yet, it is like it's a lot of work to get this done. To get to this stage, it's a lot of work. So go here, for example, you get to the final touches. So there's 6 things to do. First thing to do, you need to produce avocados. Well, how do you produce avocados, or how do you get avocados? You have to get them through the terminal. But there's a catch. You need to have the terminal upgraded to level 10. So unless you're upgraded to level 10, then you can't have them. For example, if you click here and you go here, well, you can't, there's no avocados here, so you can't have it. So you need this truck here, which does have it here, rarely, but it does have it. This one here also has it rarely. So ideally you want this one here, right? So if I was going to be like, okay, I'm going to buy the transport right away, and this is the one I need, and you click on it, it says you can't have it. Usually it would say that. Let's see here. Let's try to buy it. Actually, is that the right one? Yes, it is. Oh, there you go. Congratulations. So it has worked. I tried this before and it said I needed level 10, which is really weird. So I guess it worked this time. Apologize for that. Oh, I am at level 10. My bad. Alright, so there you go. So I'm currently at level 10, so that's why it's working. Wow, it's been a long day. Okay, so here we go. So I've got at least one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy more. So in this case here, I'm going to go back to my trips. I'm going to buy more transport. I can get 2 more. So let's see, 45,000. Let's get another one, and another 45,000. Okay, so now we're at 10, and there you go. Go back to my trips. And instead of starting this one here, I'm going to be starting this one, which will potentially give me some avocados, because without those, I can't keep going with the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so there you go. I'll start that one, and this third one, and the other one here is going to be a regular one at 1 hour. Okay, here we go. So I was wrong. Perfect. It works. All right, so what do we have here? So these little fur. The only reason I'm making these is because there's currently a super event right now that if you complete all of these tasks, you get the jewelry store. So I'm looking forward to that. So this one's going to be pretty easy to get. I only have a few left, and this one is going to take a bit longer, but I will get it no matter what. There's a day left, almost 2 days. So there you go. Next progress, I upgraded a lot of factories. So this one here got upgraded a little bit. And actually this one I upgraded completely, number 5. This one here also number 5, so the chemical plant. So I upgraded a few factories just to help me advance faster. What else? Yes, that's what I meant here. I did not upgrade this one. I purchased this one, the cosmetic factory. So this was purchased. So what I'm currently doing right now, because of the whole event, actually not this one, the Thanksgiving events, I'm not doing any of this like I mentioned in the other video. What I am doing is gathering all these little jars right here in order to get these resources. So there's only a few left, so I'm going to open that. So that's what I've been doing throughout the 10 days, or it's 8 days now. There's 2 days left. It's just gathering as many jars as possible, because by doing that, it's helping me advance faster in terms of experience. I advance faster to levels, and I do get like resources like this, for example, and I get a bit of coin in the process as well. So there you go. I I've got my 3 jars open, there's none left. These are the resources I've gathered so far, so quite a bit. There you go. Overtime, I've got lots. This is great. Crash effort, that's really good too. Bulldozers, these I always used as I get them. Go back. I've used a few of these. Sometimes in the morning I really don't have a lot of time before going to work, so I basically use some of these. Let's do it a little bit faster. This is going to be used for my next building. Not sure which one it's going to be yet, but we'll see. It's going to be used for that. Very likely it's going to be the next one in line, which is going to be the electronics. Very likely it's going to be this one. I need 148,000 population, and I don't have enough entertainment to reach that right now. But yeah, very likely it's going to be this one, or I'll consider getting a second or third factory of something else. I'm not sure yet, but very likely it's going to be this one. All right, so here we go. I did purchase one of these dolphinariums using the little rings. Sometimes you get rings. I'm going to show you now. These rings here. So sometimes you get those, but when you get 10, you can purchase. Well, we get 5. I purchased a few of the other ones. For example, I got 2 of these, but then I waited to get 10 in order to get this one here. So now I've got 2 of these and 1 of those. So that's pretty much the only purpose. There's no really, I don't see the point of buying this one because it doesn't really give you much, and it counts as a building. So yeah, if it counts as one of these, for example, and you have to keep upgrading. I'm upgrading. At some point, you're gonna you reach the maximum buildings you can have, and the only thing left, I believe, in my opinion, will be to upgrade the buildings you currently have or make modifications, like remove some and add others type thing. That's my opinion anyway. Looks like I have an achievement. Let's go find out what that is. The tree transporter. So I'll take that. This will help me a little bit. All right, I did purchase this one as well. I'm not sure if it was in the other video or in between, but I've got this one as well, which gave me 9,000, which is awesome. And I can upgrade it once I have 22 of these. So that's going to be good. What else? I upgraded, well, the terminal got upgraded. I didn't realize I was at 10. That's my mistake. I thought I had one more to do. So that's perfect. So I'm going to get my avocado so I can keep going with the Eiffel Tower right here. These are pretty easy to make. I just need to make some jam and some cheese, and I can get those going. But I won't start those until I get my 10. Also, one thing I noticed, if you are producing these, let's say you got 5 in your warehouse and you end up selling them, then this number here goes back to 0. So don't do that. All right, here we go. Let me grab some stuff here. Grab some of those. I like producing the plastic because it helps me if I want to build any things in the toy factory, and also it helps me for cables. Cables are 30 minutes, and they're pretty big amounts that you get back. Right now I'm producing these 1 hour. And the reason I'm producing those instead of cables right now is because of the commercial port. So commercial port does require a little bit of these, and it gives you, for example, 11,770 for one. So it's a little bit more. For example, I have showed this in other videos before. So if you go here and you sell one, you get 10,700. But if you sell it through here, you get 11,770. So you get more. Plus you get the 21 experience. So it helps you with the levels. If you end up filling the entire thing, then you end up with this amount. So you get these every single time. You get a little bit of money. Plus, if you fill the whole thing, you get this, and you get a city credit. So it's pretty good. This thing here, I'm not quite sure which factory I need to produce it. I probably can't right now because I haven't seen it yet, but you do get more if you fill the VIP container. Don't really have a lot of time to play today, so I will not fill the commercial port. Most times that when I can't fill it, it's simply because I haven't upgraded the factory high enough to produce whatever it's looking for. For example, it looks for shampoo, can't produce shampoo. well, I can't do the commercial ports. I don't really put a lot of time into it at that point. I grab some of these. As you can tell, I have three warehouses now. Not sure if it was in the other video, but I have three, and I can have 94 different products in here. So quantity, 94 quantity. And when you do the VIP up here, when you activate this, then you end up with one extra per factory or per warehouse. So I would end up with three more space available. But like I said, I don't really have time to play right now, so I'm not going to activate it. It would be a complete waste because it only lasts, I think, for 12 hours, something like that. So yeah, I won't do that. But I will use it later on when I do have time. Okay, so I'm just going to produce some random stuff here so I can sell this. The mango, I definitely need to produce that for the fruitcake because of, like I mentioned, my jewelry store right here. And the fur is getting produced, which is good. And if I have time, I doubt I will. The idea would be to finish this, take my prize, and do it again, and take a second prize. That would be awesome, but I don't think I have time. And like I said, today I don't have really time to play, so that's likely not going to happen. I'll be lucky to get one. All right, so I'm just going to, like I said, produce some random stuff here. I mean, the berries I might need if I get the second one, but I don't think so. Just again, just random half hour, just to keep it busy. I like producing paper because paper gives me enough to for the juice, which gives me 7,000 right here. It's not 7,000 really the profit. Like you can't really look at 620 versus 7,000 just to see the difference, and that's your profit. That's technically not your profit because it costs you money to produce the fruits. You need two of those. It costs you money to produce the paper. You need two of those as well. So the profit is not the difference between 7,000 and 620, but there is substantial profit there anyway, which is good. I found you get more profit with the electronic stuff, so that's why I like to produce these things. So right now I'm noticing that I'm done the sand, so I can actually go back and produce some more aluminum. There you go. So I've got two factories producing them, and they're about an hour apart, which is good. So by this time this one finishes, I'll be able to produce an extra one, and then like an hour or so later, this one's going to be finished, and I'll be able to start it again. All right, so what do we have? So right now, like I mentioned, all the factories upgrade. The cosmetic factory that I purchased, Dolphinarium Triumpher, upgraded to terminal, bought some new trucks. Just bought some new trucks for the terminal to be sure to get my avocados. And what am I going to do now? As I'm noticing here, the power, the hydro, whatever you want to call it, 14,731, but I'm currently using 14,038, so it's very, very close. I could upgrade these because there's plenty of space to upgrade at 30K, at 39,000. So I could definitely upgrade these. I could upgrade these as well. So there's plenty of space to upgrade these. Most are already upgraded, but this section here, these power plants are not, and there's a few of these that are not either, the wind farms. There's a few that are not completely updated. So there's room to grow. There's also this thing here, the power plant, but I don't want to start that until I'm done the Eiffel Tower. Because I imagine that this power plant and this little bridge thing here, it's going to take a lot of resources. So I'm not going to do that until Eiffel Tower is completely done. All right, so in terms of power, what I'm going to do is the city credits. I've been accumulating them. In previous videos, I mentioned that every time I get 55, I buy one of these. But because I have quite a few of those now, I decided that I'm going to wait and wait and wait and wait and get the bigger one. So this is what I'm doing today. This one here would give me 5,000. Costs 150. I got 165 now. So this one's going to cost 100 or 150 to get 5,100. And I imagine it can be upgraded as well. So this is what we're doing right now. Bam, this is done. It's a substantial large building. I don't have any space to put it up here. I could put it here with the entertainment stuff, rather not do that. So I have a space just for it right here. So here we go. So that has been purchased. So now I'm down to 15 city credits, which hurts, to be honest, because it takes a long time to get them. Long enough anyway. So this is going to take 4 hours to finish. I could use one of these to finish it right away, or I could use 4 of these to finish it right away. But because I don't need it right now, I'll just leave it for 4 hours. There's no point using a resource to finish it early. All right, so here we go. So this is the progress I am at. So we can go through the stuff that I have here again. This is, I think I've already showed you this. Um, I can use these as well, available spaces to store stuff if needed. For example, if I wanted to build the big power plant and I was already at the maximum here for the admin building of number of number of buildings I can build, but I really wanted the power plant, what I could have done as I could have taken a random, for example, one of these and then put it in storage. And by putting it in storage, it liberates one space right here so that I can produce the next thing. So that's the point of using these, is to store them as needed, because they're still gonna be there. You can use them later, but they're not destroying them. You're just putting them in storage until you do need them again. So it's kind of like, shuffling things around in order to get the next thing, basically. If you can't upgrade, if you don't have enough resources, for example, 279K, and it's going to take a day something to upgrade, but you want the power plant like right now, that would be an option. So, all right, this is perfect. There you go. I've got 4 more to go. And we can see if we can use a resource for that, just to get it done faster. So everyone on base, there you go. See if I can get some avocados from that as well. All right, so that's that. Okay, so fruitcake, I can get rid of that. Papaya, that's not what I wanted at all. Hmm. Yeah, right here, often. I guess you get these often, but that's the one I want here. Okay. Get rid of the sand, don't need that. Get rid of timber. Okay, well that didn't work out. I didn't get any resource um, to any resource for this fruitcake here. I might actually need to produce it just using these things here in the 1 hour, just to make sure I get some faster. See, they're often here, and they are often here, but they take longer. And because I don't have a lot of time, I think I'm going to do that. Eiffel Tower is going to have to wait. Oh, well, there you go. I clicked on it by mistake. But let's click on these other ones instead. So there you go. Okay, so this is where I'm at so far. So the hydro or power or whatever you want to call it is up here. It's close to this power plant, which is going to get built eventually. The entertainment is right here. These are the 2x2s, and this is a 3x3. So eventually I'm going to expand in this area here. The idea is to make this part here entertainment, because they are 3x3s. So I can just put this one here and any other future big entertainment buildings up here. And then this section here of factories will be going down here once I can expand this land right now. So here I'm going to keep it for housing, probably. Not 100% sure, but I made a space here to expand the residential area. All right, so here we go. All right, so that's the idea. So yeah, if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, I'm at level 53 right now. If you want to find out what's the next thing that's coming up, I do use AI to give me an idea of what's coming. It's not perfect though, but it's pretty freaking good. So for example, if I go big business Deluxe, which is the game we're playing, and I say I'm, let's say, at level 54. Um, and what strategies can I use? So what strategies can I use to advance faster? Or what strategies can I use in this level? Keep it very simple. And we'll see what it says. So big this level. So expand your city. Okay, land expansion, space management. Focus on high value products. So advanced factories, the electronics. It recommends the electronics factory, the jewelry factory, oil refinery. So jewelry store is not the jewelry factory though, right? So this one here is still gonna give me like 5,051.50. It's a jewelry store. It's not the jewelry factory. The factory would be better, but the jewelry store is still pretty good. So maximize the contracts income. So the commercial port. So recommends going to the commercial port and maximizing what you can produce to fill the port because you get more resources that way. Balancing resources, ensure you have steady supply of raw materials. So of course you want to have a steady supply. So that's why I upgraded my warehouse to 3 warehouses now, so I can store more products and have more resources available to produce more stuff. So that's kind of why I'm expanding my warehouses to be able to store more. And also with these little contests that come up every day, for example, if I had, let's say, already 10 calendars in my warehouse when this little contest came up, they don't count towards the contest, but I get 50% more value for them for selling them. So I can, if they're already there, I get to sell them for higher value. So that would be one way as well to use the warehouses. So there's different ways of doing it. Nobody's doing it the same way, which is great. This is a game where everybody's got a different city. Everybody's got their own strategy to make it work. Everybody's at a different level. They're not all at the same level. Everybody's advancing at their own pace, which is why this game is pretty great. It takes a long time for those not playing a lot, but it takes the amount of time that they want to put into it, right? So it's everybody's at their own level. Although there are contests like stuff like this, it's not really a competition between people. I find it's more like you do it at your own pace. You build your own city, and you get to show people what it looks like. So that's pretty much my view on it. If you have a different view, just make a comment in the field below. All right, so that'll be it for this video. It took a bit longer than I thought it was going to take, but it was just going to be an upgrade, an update to where I'm at so far, and I wanted to build this big power plant with you watching. So we'll get everything done, and hopefully we can expand even more in the next videos. All right, so I'll see you in the next one.